Hey folks, Brian and Johnny Love 2019 coming at you. We're out here scouting a new piece of public property that we are planning to hopefully hunt this fall in southwest Wisconsin. It's a beautiful day. It's in the 40s. We had a little bit of cabin fever, so we decided to get out. Quite a bit of snow. We probably still have a foot and a half of snow, but we're scouting this area to find just some main travel corridors and some bedding areas and just get a lay of the land. So Johnny's going to be putting together a video probably sometime soon showcasing everything that we found so far. So be looking forward to that.
A little bit cold and windy over there.
Yeah, the wind is chilly, but I think once we get out of the wind, it's going to be pretty comfortable. Probably actually warm. Right?
Let's give it a shot.
That's what we're here for. Get after it. So we just came over the hill from the truck here, and this hillside faces east. Right? Yes.
Yes.
At the east facing hillside. So this is a side that they're primarily going to be bedding on a westerly wind, which is what it is most of the time. So we're just going to walk this this transition line north until we start cutting some tracks and taking a look, trying to find some bedding and rubs and all that kind of good stuff. Let's just sneak down in through here. See if they're bedding down here. So while John is back here trying to figure out his new camera, we walked down the first little finger ridge off of this hill, and we're finding beds. We got 3 beds right here, which I would say they're probably doe beds, but there's a pretty good sized buck track coming through here too. So I think they're being used by both bucks and does, and especially here you can see the doe tracks, along with that might be a small buck track right there. But if you can see behind me, this ridge comes down, this finger ridge comes down, it goes this way, and then it drops off really steep, at least according to the topography lines. And if you look back over this side, oodles of little finger ridges that come down off of the main ridge up here. A lot of rock outcroppings where the deer are going to be funneled. There's going to be a lot of natural funnels and pinches in here. So definitely going to be a good spot for the rut hunt. We just need to find out where the main bedding areas are for that early season in the October time. So I walked down that little finger ridge maybe 40 yards, which is right back up here. Right up there is where we were. John's right over here. And guys, there are beds everywhere in through here, fresh ones. This is probably where they were when we first came into the woods and we kicked them up. This is probably that area because in a lot of them, the snow has melted. There's fresh crap. And I don't know if you can tell this, but this finger ridge, I mean, it's pretty steep. I'll come over here. You can look down here, and nothing is going to come up. I mean, they've been coming up. Look at that. They've been coming straight up this, pretty much almost a drop-off right here. They've been climbing up this, and that's their access route. Even over here, look at here. I mean, this is a pretty good drop-off, and they're coming right up through here, and they're bedding on this little ridge they can see all around them. You got a wind coming from the west. Thermals coming up from this down here, which we'll visit that. It's going to be pretty steep. So they got the wind, and then they can see on both sides of them. So this is a pretty protected area, and it's beautiful in here. So. All right, we're here. This is pretty much a sheer drop off. And what looks to be a bed right out here on this rock outcropping. I'm going to try to get down to that without falling. And I got snowshoes, got the grip, but man, they have been, they've been in here feeding on whatever this green stuff is. You see this rock outcropping right here. Man, this is nuts. These deer down here are freaking billy goats. And yeah, this is crazy, man. And this is definitely a buck area because there's buck tracks all over through this. Look at that. All over. Coming up, even coming up this, pretty much straight up and down. They got a heavy trail coming up through there. These damn snowshoes, they have grip, but I can't side hill very good with them. I'm going to try to get out here right on the bed. As you can see, the bed's right there. Looking out, you can see everything from down below them. Pretty crazy. I'd say he's got a pretty good view back behind him here too. I'm on his bed right here. Okay. Right here is a trail that drops off. It's probably 20 feet down. You may not be able to tell that, but I bet you it's a good 20 foot down to the base of that pine tree. And these whitetails in this hill country, and they're billy goats, they're right on the edge here, feeding and bedding and living. And it's pretty nuts. So for those of you that have property, either it's private property or public property, I mean, these are the spots to take a look at. They feel secure, and yeah, it's a beautiful setting right here. I'd love to hunt this spot right here because it's so pretty, but you're just going to be bumping everything out of here. And there goes John. John just about went off the cliff. Wouldn't that be something? He breaks his brand new camera on the first time out. Doing all right?
Yeah, so they're bedding up there.
Oh, you're videoing me. Yeah. I thought you were fixing your camera. Yeah, they're bedding up here. I'd say it's dominantly a buck or multiple bucks that are up here. I don't see any doe tracks that are up here on this point. So we just climbed back up out of that finger ridge, which is back over here, probably 150, maybe 200 yards. Came up and we're heading north along this main ridge. And this is where you would want to set up. Obviously you don't want to be down there where you're going to booger up the deer and they're going to hear you, smell you, and be out of their beds. This comes up and there's a ditch, a ravine right down through here, and then another finger ridge, which we're going to scope out, but it doesn't look like they're using that for bedding as much. But this spot right here, there's a trail right down here about 15 yards that they walk around, and then I'm standing on the upper trail, and then back up here maybe about 10 yards up the hill is the transition line between the timber and the prairie grass that they're restoring out there. So I've walked maybe 25-30 yards from where that clump of trees is that we would set up. And along this trail, so far I've seen 3 fresh rubs, which is a good sign. Back in that bedding area, as good as that looks and as many buck tracks there are, there's no rubbing action going on. So that's telling me probably October, November, that's probably just primarily a doe bedding area. But up here on this upper trail, we got fresh rubs. So these bucks are traveling this ridge, getting their thermals, coming up from the bottom, trying to catch the scent of the does that are in heat. And with a west wind coming this way, they can smell anything that's out here in this big prairie field. So again, just validating that this is the section that we'd want to be in. So we hiked back up, and we're coming down the main, kind of the larger ridge going north and south, and we found kind of a hidden treasure. We got this fence heading east-west, and you usually don't see these on big chunks of public property, but here it is. And there's a section right here that it's down, and we have rubs. A lot of them are older, and then a main trail coming right through here. So these sections are key spots, especially if you have maybe some private property that you have a fence on and you can create a gate or create an opening. Those deer are going to eventually start funneling through there, and then it's just a matter of playing the wind and finding a tree here to hunt this spot right here, because come rut or even on a daily basis, they're going to be funneled to come up through here instead of having to cross the fence somewhere else. So this is a good find that we'll definitely be marking on our Onyx maps. Pretty good sized rub right here. It's off the main trail that John's standing on, but you can see there's a small trail that comes right through here. And I bet anything this is a buck trail that they use either for going to and from their beds, or this is a travel route they use in the rut, going over these little finger ridges, getting the doe's scent. So I think we'll maybe walk this back a little bit and see if this doesn't go back to a bed back in here. Dude, there's some. This is an old rub, but it's massive. Yeah, buck track. So we walked that trail back a little bit, probably 40 yards from where we saw that pretty nice rub right off the main trail. Walk that back. There's a bed here with a buck track. There's probably another bed up here. Hasn't been used. Snow's covering up, but I bet anything this is his bedding area. These bucks bed in kind of hidden areas that you wouldn't think that they'd be bedding. I mean, it's very easy to come in here on your first sit or when you're scouting and just kind of walk down through this open area, and he's right on this transition. It's pretty open up here where they're cutting some of the scrab trees and letting these oaks really thrive. And then this is a little transition that goes down in this ditch, a lot of thick cover. So we'll be marking this spot. We were walking out of that bed that we just found, and we turned. John saw these. We're blind as a bat, but a lot of fresh rubs all throughout this scraggly stuff. The main trail is over there about 10 yards. So we're just gonna walk in here. We're gonna follow this rub line and see where it goes, because this is obviously it's a buck area. So while we're walking around this area where we found all those the big rubs and what looks to be getting to be thicker, looks like they've probably clear cut this or some type of cut not too long ago. And look what we found here. An old fallen down wooden tree stand. So obviously somebody had a good idea to be in this spot. Although in order to get in this spot right here, they'd be blowing all the deer out of here, unless if maybe you get in here really early in the morning. But we're gonna keep walking around. These are all these trees are little scrub oaks that are coming up. Come on. What the world? Come on. Whew.
A little hard getting through that one, Brian.
Yeah, vines tripped me up and took me down. Should have followed the older, wiser guy.
Right?
Went around it. But that's all right.
Won't be as much fun.
All right.
Not the easiest hill to get up, is it, Brian?
Nope. Folks, this is why we train. So we can enjoy the outdoors. We can get out here and scout. And, you know, we're in deep snow, snowshoes, going up a pretty dang steep incline here. So this section of public land, I imagine, it scares a lot of people away just because you have to be a billy goat. And that's, again, one of the advantages of why we train and be fit all year long, so that when it comes hunting season we can utilize our public lands and enjoy ourselves.
I feel like I'm out west.
Right?
I'm not grabbing that one.
That one's got thorns. Careful.
Whoa. Especially after doing, you know,
Workout?
step over snow.
Right. Oh man, you get on these leaves
Oh, that's the thing.
and you slide.
And there's nothing to grab onto, unfortunately.
This is amazing up here. Johnny, the view is awesome. Man, so pretty up here. Mixture of oaks and pines. See for a long ways. Well, we made it back to the truck. We're gone 3.25 hours. And we went, what did I say?
2.7 some miles.
2.73 miles is all, but very hilly.
Yeah.
Snow, took our time, scouting, all that kind of good stuff. So we had a great afternoon. It was beautiful out. Got some great pictures, found some good spots.
Yeah, some great sign. I was surprised.
Yeah.
And stuff. There's some neat areas, and I'm looking forward to coming back here this fall. And
yep. We have a little bit more work to do yet this spring.
Oh yeah.
We just scratched the surface of the spot, so be looking for more
Later.